Hey guys, Jason here and welcome to the Abyssgarage. And today I'm working on the Shovelhead FLHS project, Dad's bike. And if you guys are following along the last video that I put out on the bike itself, I was reassembling everything and then got into a bit of a snag where I found out that the lower bolt hole for the crank itself is stripped out. So we're going to be doing a Time-Sert repair on that today. If you guys are not familiar with Time-Serts, they are wonderful. It's like I look at it as a professional helicoil in itself. Helicoils are good, but they can be a pain and they have their problems, or at least I found. And with a Time-Sert, all those problems go away. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so I think the most nerve-wracking part is done. I use a right angle drill here with a relatively low clutch setting to drill this out. Now, originally I was intending on using a longer Time-Sert kit, or longer Time-Sert insert, I should say. As you guys can see, the hole is now drilled. I was going to use a .620, and that was going to leave me exactly a 1/4 inch. However, I was measuring smack dab in the center and not off to the side. So I'm going to use the inserts that come in the kit, which is a .450, so basically a 1/2 inch instead of 5/8. And the reason is I don't know how, while I can measure the thickness of this ear here and the casting, I'm not exactly sure how much meat I have to play with on the case itself once I get past that, and I don't want to ruin an engine just to try to get a little bit longer of an insert in there. So I'm going to stick with what came in the kit, but step 1 is now complete, so we're going to move on to step 2 now and keep moving along. But I figured I'd take a second and then show you guys the step here. right, guys, so step 2 and 3 are now done. And counterboring this is really simple. You know, again, with this being an aluminum case itself, a fresh counterbore bit just going to go right through it. And same thing with the tap. So I used extra ATF I have from a previous vehicle that I no longer own, and just lubed up the tap itself, and it was able to cut really easily through the case itself, the threads. Of course, I don't know if the camera will pick up on it, but you'll have to believe me, those threads look really nice. So we are down to the final step now. That is step 4, which is the driver itself. And this is going to then insert the Time-Sert. All right, so the Time-Sert install is now done, and I gotta say, it's probably taking me longer to shoot you guys an outro here than it was to actually do the repair. And I followed directions. They do not call for Loctite on a Time-Sert to hold the insert in place. However, on the Big Sert kit that I ordered by mistake, it does. So they are different between the two. So if you have both kits, definitely read the instructions because they are different. With that being said, you know, I really wanted to do today's video, not because of necessarily a how to do a Time-Sert, because there are plenty of videos out there on doing a Time-Sert, but I figured I would show you guys that I would like to think that this is probably like a worst case scenario if you really think about it. You have an aluminum block or a crankcase, if you'll say, that is stripped. It's a blind hole on top of it. So there's a lot of things that are going against you and that you may panic and freak out about and say that my engine's basically trashed, or try to drill and tap it to a larger size. So you don't have to do that. You can do the repair properly, in my opinion, by using a Time-Sert. And if you want to use girl math out there, I know a lot of people do, Time-Sert kit shipped to the door, $95. So let's just round up to 100. There's 5 Time-Sert inserts in a kit, so it's $20 approximately to repair a damaged bolt hole. So when you really think about it that way, 20 bucks, it's not a big deal. And this is going to work in other places if I need to. Again, probably mentioned, it's the same size bolt that holds the exhaust pipe to the cylinder head, and those get stripped out as well. So I have it in case I need it, but hopefully I don't have to use the kit again itself. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, or at least build the confidence that in case this happens to you, you are not screwed out there. So with that being said, I'll see you guys around for the next video in the Abyss Garage, and that is hopefully going to be finally putting this bike the rest of the way back together, and then hopefully I can ride it soon. So with that being said, I'll see you guys around. Take care.